please let me know. So I'm now recording, so please let me know if that's not okay with you. Please give me a sign that you're actually there. That would be awesome. So just let me know that you can actually hear me properly. That'd be great. So welcome to Mull It Over Monday, this first session on Zoom. Now, the reason I've gone to Zoom is because it got a bit clunky with the Facebook. So thought this was the best way of helping you guys out. So these sessions are all about helping you guys out. So what I'd like you to do is to pop any questions you've got in the actual chat box, and I'm going to help you out with those today. If I don't get any questions, I've actually got something that I'll go over with that I've had a few people asking me about to do with angles. To do that, I'm going to have to go into share my screen and go to the whiteboard. So I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes to see if anybody pops on. But please remember that I am recording it, and these sessions are all about you, for parents, for kids to jump on and ask me questions about maths up to and including grade 8 and anything to do with English. So a few questions I've had today, or not today, in the last couple of weeks or so, have been about angles. So I thought that I would go over those. So spend a few minutes. So I'm actually going to share my screen, and I'm going to bring up the whiteboard. So you're just going to see a whiteboard now with me in the corner. And I'm just going to go through some angles. So I'm just going to write on the screen. So we're going to look at angles, okay? So there's quite a few different angles. So the first angle is actually this one here. So it's got a straight line down and a straight line along, and then it has a little box in the corner like that, okay? This is called a 90-degree angle, or a right angle. Now, the reason it's called a 90-degree angle is because, and I hope you can see my my little pen here, this area here where the little box is, that angle there is 90 degrees. So that's why it's called 90 degrees, okay? The next angle is called an acute angle, not acute angle, but acute. So this is an angle that looks like that. It can also look like that. It can also look like that. So they can actually be drawn in different perspectives. So I'm just going to rub out those other ones just so that you get only one happening there. So just rub, come on, let's rub those out. Awesome. Where's my drawer gone? Right, good. Okay, so this is called an acute. Whoops, sorry folks, just get rid of that. Erase that. Right, we'll just leave that up there. And now why is that not writing? Excuse me for a sec. I want to work out what's going on here. Draw. Select. There we go. There it is. An acute. Sorry for my writing, but you know, trying to write on the screen here makes it a little bit quicker if I can actually write on the screen. So that's an acute angle. Oh, it's done it again. This is terrible. I'll just rub that out. So I want to select and draw, and that one there. No, not that one there. That one there. Right. That's an acute angle. Okay, that's an E on the end. So that we're looking at that little bit just in there. All right. Now, an acute angle, as you will notice, is less than 90 degrees. It is smaller than 90 degrees. Okay. So It could be 89 degrees. That looks like 890, doesn't it? So 89 degrees or smaller. Okay. So the next angle is called an obtuse. So this is an angle that looks like that. Okay, so that's actually quite wide. So this is called an obtuse, which is 91 degrees or larger. All right, 91 degrees or larger. They're the main three angles. Yes, there are more. I'm just going to move that up a little bit. There are a few more. So there are also complementary and supplementary angles as well. But I'm going to give you one more. So there's four main angles. So the last angle is this one, which is a straight line, well, straightish, that looks like that. This is called a reflex angle. So reflex angle is 180 degrees. Okay, so they are the main four angles. We have the 90-degree angle. Now remember that in the 90-degree angle, we have a little box around that angle where the two lines, the upright or vertical line and the horizontal line meet. There's a little box there, right? Really important, because anytime you see that little box, it's going to be a 90-degree or right angle, okay? Acute angle is the one that is smaller than 90 degrees. So it could be 89 degrees. So if it's 89 degrees, that is smaller than a right angle. It is called an acute angle. Then we have the obtuse, and I forgot to put the little circle thing in there. Oh, that looks like a box, doesn't it? Make it a little bit more of a circle. Okay, so this is an obtuse angle. It looks a bit like a book when it's open, okay? It's greater, it's 91 degrees or larger, right? 91 degrees, even though it's only 1 degree larger than a right angle, it's still called an obtuse, okay? And then we have a reflex angle, which is just like a straight line with the little thing in the middle, and that's 180 degrees. That's called a reflex angle, okay? They're the four main angles. I'm just going to minimize my screen and see if I have any questions. No questions happening at the moment. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. Bear with me 1 second. So as we can see, these are the angles. Now, I'm going to rub all this out. So bear with me a minute while I rub it out, because we're going to have a look now at two different types of angles. So this is the boring bit where I have to rub out. So I just have to just clear the page just a little bit so that we get a bit more room, because I tend to write and draw rather in a rather big way. I'll just get rid of this acute bit and then I'll get on to these other two angles and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so the other two angles, let me just chat about them while I'm doing this. The other two angles are called complementary and supplementary angles. So complementary, if you think about what that word actually means, it means, well, in this case, it means a part of something else. So I know that doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but it will in a second. Right, so there we go. So I want to select and I want to draw. Okay, so a complementary angle, it's like a right angle. It looks like a right angle, like that, okay? But it's got another line through the middle there, okay? So this angle here on this side of the line, not that top side, but the bottom side. So we're looking at the angle from here to here. So let's actually name these. So let's go A. That's why I have these letters on here. B, C, and that one's going to be D, all right? So if you look at that, it can look a little bit confusing. However, we're going to look at D, B, C. Can you see how that actually goes? D, B, C. So this angle in here, between these two lines, we're going to make that 37 degrees. All right? So what we want to look at now is what is the complementary angle of A, B, D. Well, let's take this middle line out for a minute. Let's look at A, B, C. So if we put that down there, A, B, C, that's going to equal 90 degrees, isn't it? A, let's look at that again, A, B, C is equal to 90 degrees, right? We've already got this 37 in here. So D, B, C is 37, right? So how do we work out A, B? Oops, don't know what happened there. Maybe I left my finger down too long. Let's just get rid of that line. Thank you. I'm going to draw again, aren't I? So A, B, D is what we're looking for, right? A, B, D. So we want to know what this area just between these two is, what the degrees of that one's going to be. All right, so what we do is we take 37 away from 90, all right? So 37 away from 90 is going to be 53. So that means that this angle here, ABD, must be 53 degrees. Okay, I'm just going to switch screens for a minute. Just going to see if there are any questions. There are no questions yet. Okay, that's fine. I'll keep going as I was then. Okay, so let's go back to that screen and let's see if I'm right. So you might remember that ABC is 90 degrees. We wrote that down here. Okay. Now they gave us what DBC is, what the size of that one is. It's 37. So to work out what ABD is, we have to take the 37 away from 90, which is 53. All right? So that is what you call a complementary angle. All right? A complementary angle. So let me just get rid of this for a minute. Just bear with me a sec, folks. Look. Now we're going to have a look at a supplementary angle. So a supplementary angle is a little bit different than a complementary angle. And we're going to use this guy. We're going to use this angle here, which is called a reflex angle. So the reflex angle was how many degrees? The reflex angle is equal to 180 degrees, right? 180 degrees. So we're looking at, if I name this, we've got A, where am I? This is going to go off like that, right? B, C, and D, right? That's C, by the way. So we've got A, B, C, and D. Now, if we put in here and we look at the angle between D, B, C, we're going to put a 17 in there, right? 17 degrees. D, B, C, so I'll put that up here. B, D, C equals 17 degrees. All right. What we need to know for this supplementary is the A, B, D, right? A, B, D. Now, how are we going to work that out? Well, I think you already know, because if we think about how we did the complementary angle, which is this one over here, this is a supplementary angle. So the A, B, D, we've got to take the 17 away from 180, and that is going to leave us 163 degrees. All right, so this one on the left-hand side is a complementary angle, and this one on the right-hand side is a supplementary angle. So that should help out those kids that are in grade, well, supplementary and complementary angles are more, you know, late grade 6 to grade 7, I would suggest. Well, I know. And the other angles will be for grade 5, 6, 7, because they become familiar with those things. So let's just go back to that share screen for a second. So I haven't kept those other angles on there yet, but if you would like to know more about this, please, I will probably put the recording up somewhere, and I will let you know where the recording is actually up so you can have a look at it in your own time. Please remember, I'm here to help you. These sessions, these Mull It Over Monday sessions, are for you guys to get on and ask me some questions. I've got 30 odd years worth of teaching. Okay, I've taught from prep to college, and even help university students with their dissertations. So my brain is full of a wealth of knowledge to help you guys out. So these sessions are for you. If there aren't any questions, and also if nobody comes on, these will be recorded and you guys can have a look at it in your own time on my Facebook page. So I hope that that's helped you out a little bit with the angles. So remember, we've got the right angle or 90-degree angle. We've got the acute angle, the obtuse angle, and the reflex angle. So there's those basic 4 angles. And then we talked about the complementary and supplementary angles there. All right, so I hope this has been helpful. Please, throughout the next week, because I'll be back here next Monday at 2 p.m, please, throughout the week, pop me some, private message me or direct message me, whatever you'd like to call it, any questions that you have, and I will be only too happy to help you out. Remember, these sessions are for you guys. So have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye.